So we probably all know by now that Anna is leaving Vogue. And the first thing I thought was, what does that actually mean for Vogue, for the fashion industry, and for how things move from now on? Welcome back everybody to my fashion account. Here we talk all things fashion news, and I hope you're excited for this new video. So let's get into it. So Anna is more than just the editor-in-chief of American Vogue. She's also the global editorial director, which basically means that she oversees every Vogue around the world. So yeah, she's been running the whole system and not just the US version. So if she's stepping away, the impact is going to be massive. But before we get into who's taking over and who's next, I want to take it back a bit, because who is Anna and who was before Vogue, and how did she get into that position of power? So let's break it down into two parts. We're going to do like a pre-Vogue and a post-Vogue comparison almost. Anna Wintour, before Vogue, was already deep in the fashion industry. She dropped out of school, started working in London magazines in her teens, and built her name in places like Harper's Bazaar, New York Fashion Magazine, New York Magazine, and yeah, she basically became the editor-in-chief of British Vogue. So she's had some experience, in the magazine industry. And also her dad was a major newspaper editor who was Charles Wintour, and he basically gave her a whole new different way of thinking about fashion. He told her to treat it like news, and that's where her sharpness and fast-paced energy comes from, and that point of view, and she kind of channeled it into fashion. She stepped into Vogue. So before Anna, the editor-in-chief of American Vogue was Grace Mirabella, and she led the magazine through the 70s and the early 80s with much more practical, everyday woman tone. Very wearable fashion, very real world. But the industry was changing, and that's exactly where Anna came in. In 1988, she took over and changed everything. Her first cover featured a model in jeans and a jeweled top, and people were shocked, but I think it was her way of saying fashion is evolving, and so is Vogue. And over the years, she's been the force behind the Met Gala becoming what it is today. She supported designers like Alexander McQueen and Marc Jacobs way before they blew up. And she built Vogue into more than just a magazine. It really became the fashion authority. Everyone wishes to own Vogue, guys. A Vogue magazine is actually an investment. But let's also be real. Anna's leadership hasn't been without controversy. If you're gonna be an icon, you're gonna have controversy, and that's normal, kind of. She's been criticized for being out of touch, for not pushing enough diversity, and for keeping the fashion world so closed off. But now that she's stepping away from Vogue, also, which is kind of random, the same time that Jeff Bezos is buying Vogue, which is kind of crazy, but she's not completely gone from the fashion industry. She's not gone I had thought. She actually still holds a major position at Condé Nast, and that's basically the media company that owns Vogue, GQ, Vanity Fair, and so many others. So there, she's currently the chief content officer, and she's still influencing what we see in fashion media, just from a higher level. So yeah, it's pretty big what she's doing and her journey as to where she is. And the big question is now, who's next? Who's gonna step into her role? And can they actually step into that role in this new era of fashion? Because the industry is changing. We're talking more about diversity, digital voices, transparency, and less about old school gatekeeping. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Is it time for Vogue to be led by someone completely different, or does Anna still like define what fashion means? And the crazy thing is, like, anyone can actually apply for her role. It's on LinkedIn. So I'm really excited to see who steps into Anna's role and what that actually means, what it's going to change actually in the fashion industry. So yeah, guys, if you have any comments, please drop them down in the comment section. And yeah, what are your guys' predictions of who's gonna like come in? I would love to know. So see you in the next one.